Transition in the golf swing, something that's very important, but especially with the power triangle method that we're trying to teach you, with the U-shaped swing, with the line of power, and with ignition. Now I know the ignition has come earlier in this time, but what I want to show you is transition. How many times have you seen people get to the top of their swing and they start their downswing and then something funny happens? You're thinking, wow, they just look like a gear popped out. You see them and they either pop up or they jump or they twitch. This is what's because they've gotten the club in a V-shaped swing. It's not because they're in the U-shape, because U-shape is going to transition is really simple to use. Once we're at the top of the swing, as I said, we're going the other way. We're having our weight back on our right side. We don't want to be moving it to the left side. We want our weight on the right side. Look how that transition moved real easy right there, and I'm going to get into it more specifically. But notice, if I just stay back and let the club drop, it goes right down the line. If I try to move something forward, if I try to help something, watch what happens. You just saw right there that club came across the line. There's that spot, that transition, that hitch is what I call it. I think Ken Venturi used the term, it's got to get into the gathering, as he calls it. Hogan called it the slot. That's what I consider the transition. When the club is moved to the top of the swing, there's that slight pause people feel. Now the club has to change direction. If I have the club up here and my body changes directions, again, I've lost the feel of the club. I don't know where it is. So I want to make sure that club gets into the slot. This is the transition. This is the gathering, as Venturi says it. This is what a lot of people try to teach you is called lag. This is where you see the angle of the club right here. The angle from my forearm and my wrist that caused. Hogan called it dropping it in the slot. Venturi called it the gathering. This is the lag. What we're going to call this transition part is ignition. This is where we're turning on your golf swing. We have gotten the club to the top of the swing. We've got to allow it to catch back up with our body. So there's that dropping. This is where we ignite it. And you notice, see the lag, see the leverage we've created? This is the angle between my forearms and my wrist and the shaft of the club. If you'll notice, the more acute this is, the more power I'm storing. Those of you that have a problem about getting up here to the top and you move your body first, look what starts to happen. We lose the ignition that we had, that triangle of leverage. We've lost it. We want to ignite that club with as much angle as we can. Look how steep and acute this angle is. That will give me a lot of power at the bottom, and again, it allows the club to stay online. Remember, our second principle about the power triangle method is igniting your golf swing. So in that transition for ignition, we take the club with good width to the top of the swing, it comes down in an ignition position, and now it's full tilt to the target.